No, your brother knows what the people want, and that's why he posted dick. Oh hey, what's up weirdos? Cole Sprouse is many things. The inventor of Tumblr, a child star whose career has continued thriving to this day, a poet, an educated mouthpiece on the complicated topic of race. But cringe? That is one thing that he is... Now we could go and just watch some clips from his Call Her Daddy interview.
My brother posted his dick online.
And we will, but just that I think is kind of underselling the depth of his cringe. He also posted a lot of Jaden Smith-esque pseudo-intellectual poetry on Tumblr, and then because it was kind of cringe and stupid and people started making fun of him for it, he said it was a social experiment. So we're gonna look at some of that. And listen, I know who my audience is. I know who watches my videos, and me going against Cole Sprouse might be going against the family. But what if I told you that maybe Cole Sprouse went against the family first? So just go with me on this journey into the mind of Cole Sprouse. The year was 2012, and Cole Sprouse had the idea to open up a Tumblr. Culture concept. Pretty cool. Now, this was actually kind of a big deal because everybody grew up with him on Sweet Life of Zach and the Sweet Life of this. Everybody grew up with him on the Sweet Life on Deck. So for Cole Sprouse to join it and actually like be interacting and replying to his fans, it was a big deal. He became the soft little boy, the nice little good-hearted little boy who's a sweet boy. But now let's take a look back at it and realize he was also the cringe boy. Let's start with Cole Sprouse's revolutionary take on racism. This is so cringe. So this person posted on Tumblr, white boys that are students of anthropology are usually not students of anthropology. They're just assholes. Now, Cole Sprouse, who was studying anthropology in between the class breaks where he and his twin brother would make out with girls in the NYU alleys. He was studying in between, allegedly. God. Anyways, he decided to go out of his way and take this personally, which me personally, if I see a black woman posting something about race, my first instinct is to go, oh yeah, let me go give this woman a learning moment. Let's see, oh yeah, there's a black woman saying something about race. Let me take my white ass over there and correct her. Shut the hell up. Okay, so he said, if you're gonna make a critique on some aspect of anthropology, it's... Wait, we gotta do the Cole Sprouse voice. It's foolishly ethnocentric to start with a comment that further segregates and separates one group from the other. So I severely hope you aren't, 1, studying anthropology using your, wrong your there, Cole, but okay. Using your clearly biased paradigms. And 2, judging my person based on your desired ideas. 3, simply studying this field at all. I believe we need less thinkers of your design within it anyhow. By the way, you used a double negative, probably just a mistake. Correcting her grammar in a post where you used the wrong version of your... Also, even if this account is a fake, the point is still anthropologically relevant. Bro said anthropologically relevant. Anthropologically relevant. He thought he was spitting. But what he was a white boy going into a black woman's business unprompted and then trying to teach her and being wrong and looking like an idiot. But you know what? This is 2012. Maybe he just had a bad opinion there and then he just moved on. He didn't. This is, if you know your Cole Sprouse Tumblr lore, the most iconic post in his history. In my opinion, maybe in all of Tumblr's history. This is just so pathetically wrong and like cringed, and the way he's talking in it is so bad. And by the way, I'm starting here just because I know a lot of us love Cole Sprouse, and I feel like if we start at this spot, it's gonna be easier to cringe and laugh at some of the other stuff. Because this is who we're cringing and laughing at. This weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. If you've ever seen me without this stupid hat on, that's weird. We don't have to start with this person's message because Cole continually quotes their words back to them, but it just makes him look bad. He says, you're still quite upset about me apparently parading around for the justice of and as a symbol of white upper middle class male power. That's a kind of a tough start to a message there. Starting off as a very privileged person based on just who you are, but then also being wealthy, and then seeing somebody criticize you for that. And then you decide to not humble yourself and maybe ignore it if it's really hurting you, but to go on the offense? Let's continue. Let's start with your statement. People of color can't be racist against white people. They can be discriminatory and prejudiced, but not racist. This is because in our society, racism is privilege plus institutional power. And in our society, people of color as a whole do not have power over white people as a whole, the same way women as a whole do not have power over men as a whole. That is a big ass quote. I had to keep doing this though so that you would know that that's not what Cole's saying. That's a good take. That's a good take right there. That's actually related to critical race theory. The idea that the whites are inherently racist because of how we're born into privilege and we have an institutional level of power sounds based. Sounds a little based. So that good take right there, Cole responds to it with, your definition is all too specific. If a member of race A, class C, kills a member of race B, class B, okay, well... Okay, buckle up. And justifies this because of differences in skin tone. Is that not a racial killing? One does not need to be in the position of power to be racist. That's not her point, dipshit. Okay. Racism separates one race from another based on biological or culturally established normality. Of course, white men have the most power. I never said they didn't. Does that mean I'll allow ethnocentric racism directed towards me? No! Oh, Mr. Cole Sprouse, that makes so much sense. I didn't realize the people were being ethnocentrically racist towards you. Like, you can see right here that he's probably 2 semesters into his anthropology degree, probably just read The Essence of Anthropology by William A. Haviland, probably even Biological Anthropology by Craig B. Stanford. But what he didn't do is comprehend it. He was too busy making out with girls and sexually transmitting diseases with his twin brother. Allegedly. I don't think he did that. But that was just the beginning. He continues, now let's move to your statement, but it is completely justifiable for a person of color to say white people are inherently racist because on a societal level, we are. Again, something related to critical race theory, and what he says blows my mind and is ingrained in my memory forever. What do you think his response to this is gonna be? What do you think his response is gonna start with? If you said, quoting Martin Luther King Jr., you're right, baby. No, it really isn't. Turn to the teachings of Martin Luther King Jr., and I'm sure he'll be in agreement. Wow. I had never thought that I'd see Cole Sprouse saying the old Martin Luther King Jr. good, Malcolm X bad. Martin Luther King Jr. very nice, everything was so peaceful, everybody was nice, they just walked and they got their rights. Malcolm X was mean to white people. But that's the vibe here, that's the vibe. By the way, I'm so animated today, I feel like I'm Candace. Comment who's Candace. Comment. By the way, I started this video by calling you weirdos.
What's up, weirdos?
Like Red and Link have the Mythical Beasts, H3 has the Fupa Troopers and Pimp Nation and the Elook Liners. Jake Paul has the Jake Paulers. How do you feel about weirdos though? Like, tell me how you feel. I think it's silly. I think it's funny. Anyways, what was Martin Luther King Jr. agreeing with Cole Sprouse on? Because on a societal level, white people being inherently racist, we are. No, my gods, no, we are not. For that statement to be proven false, all it takes is one example of someone in disagreement. Good hypothesis there, buddy. Good hypothesis. Cole Sprouse looked Malcolm X in the eye and said, good idea, but you're wrong, pal. I did 2 semesters at NYU. What do you have, Malcolm X? You know the one thing different between you and I, old X? I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen without the stupid hat on? That's weird. By the way, the whole no, my gods, no. I get that it's like, oh, God's dead, Christianity isn't real. I'm gonna say gods instead of God. But at the end of the day, it just is cringe. I'm sorry, it just is cringe. It gives a guy on Reddit going to r/atheist and trying to find a fan meetup so that they can talk about how God's not real. It's like, yeah, sure. Why are you frothing at the tip about it? This is a message brought to you by Youth Pastor Cooper. I've got my Keds on. I just wanted to say the church has never done anything systemically bad to anybody. Touching upon the first paragraph. That's an annoying thing to say, but keep going. I understand the problem is that you've assumed I said, don't remember the past because we live in the now, am I right? Which I didn't say. Easy enough? One always has to remember the past. Does that mean we accept the way things are now because of it? No. My gods, no. I'm not going to try and argue for an upset group of people who've all made up their minds, but I will say this. Racism has no prerequisites. It can come from everyone in any position and is definitely culturally determined. There are many levels of racism. There is not one racism and one alone. If you wish me to be the bad guy in this situation, fine. Direct your wrath towards me and I shall absorb as much as I can. To call me racist, however, after my own defense was launched as a means of dealing with ethnocentrism is like placing a veil in front of a hanging... Wait a minute. I gotta break out of that. What? To call me racist, however, after my own defense was launched as a means of dealing with ethnocentrism, is like placing a veil in front of a hanging and saying that you had watched the whole event. So Cole Sprouse is saying, you saying that me, a white boy, is inherently racist is the same as placing a veil over a lynching and saying you watched it? I do not remember that part, but... Why did I do the Tim Allen thing? Oh God, that's terrible. Why would he say that? Why? My gods, why? My gods. But you know why he said that though. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without the stupid hat on? That's weird. Thank you. No more will be said from my side about this topic. My side being the white boys. Okay, so can we all just come together after that? That was like an emotional experience that I feel like if you're seeing this for the first time, you are going to remember where you were when you saw Cole Sprouse comparing someone calling him a racist to a Oh my god. It's so unbelievably cringe and way beyond cringe. Like, just bad. Awful. Ugh. Now, what do you think he posted shortly after he said that? This picture. Me when the discourse turns on me. I thought I was your sweet boy, but now you're calling me racist. All because I said that you being mean to me is the same as a l***ing. Oh no, and after that he posted this. Oh my god. Cole, what the hell are you doing? What the hell is wrong with you, dude? No big deal. And this is his retirement message, because he couldn't take it anymore. Whoever let him cook with that last thing should not have. But that shouldn't take away from some of his earlier gold that he was posting on Tumblr. Like this, right here, as he live reacts to 9/11. This is what happens when I stroll through Tumblr. We've actually got our top anthropologists trying to decode what this one means, and nothing yet. This is what happens when I stroll through Tumblr. I'm looking out the window and then just get so shocked, so shocked. No, I think that his claim here is that when he gets on Tumblr, a plane flies into the Twin Towers. But that didn't stop him from posting. He knew, rightly so, that we needed Cole Sprouse's thoughts more than we needed Twin Towers. What, are you gonna pick the Twin Towers over the twin from Sweet Life on Deck? Thank you. I thought about that one just now and I thought that it was really good. Equating 9/11 to the Sweet Life on Deck. I thought it was important. I just thought it had to be done. I'll be accepting my streamy now for Best Commentary Channel. Fuck you, Curtis Connor. Oh, I thought we were on good terms, Cooper. I thought we were okay. Hey, guess what, Curtis? Gonna get that little award. I'm gonna get it. How many times have you made a joke about 9/11 and the Cole Sprouse twins? I don't think ever. He posted this. He looked at this picture and he posted it. Moving on. Oh, this one's great. Cole, why do you post pictures of yourself with your thoughts on unrelated fields? I do this because this is what people want to see. And once they become hooked by visual temptation, they have a higher chance of reading the actual thought. Aristotle states, oh my god, you are telling me that people read this and ate it up. People liked this? People saw this and were like, I'm a fan of this guy. Are you kidding me? This is the most cringe thing I've ever... He literally would log on and only post cringe. He'd open up his little laptop and exclusively print out the most shit tier thoughts. Shit tier coming from somebody who thinks that he's on the level of Aristotle. Aristotle states the Nicomachean ethics that some acts must not be committed even under torture. Okay, I can't read this. But going back to what he just said there is, why do you post pictures of yourself? So that people will see my actual thoughts, because the sight of me is just visual temptation. It's what the people want. That's why I post it. It's what they want. No, your brother knows what the people want, and that's why he posted dick. You think the people want to see you standing awkwardly on the side of a lecture hall? No, they want to see you hang dong. And that's what your brother did. That's what Dylan did, and that's why he's a hero of the people. And you might think that that's a little bit rude, but I would say that it's better to post than to post comparing people being mean to you to a lynching. And that's just my hot take. It's not a hot take. It's extremely valid. Oh my god, that's all that he said in that one fucking post? Jesus, dude. Oh my god. Still going, what? Okay, I mean, good for you, or sorry for your loss. I'm not reading that shit. I said the meme. People keep asking me, Cole, why do you post weird pictures of yourself? Because I can. Because I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without the stupid hat on? That's weird. Loving your reblogs and messages, guys, in the same way I love a nursery filled with kids who defecate on themselves. So this was a little bit of a thing where he just hated his fans and thought that he was better than them, which you can see later when he compared somebody being mean to him to a lynching. But the signs were there early on. He's pretentious, he's egotistical, and he thinks he's better than everyone else. It's actually crazy, because the woman who was saying that critical race theory is valid isn't in a video right now about how f***ing cringe you are, Cole! Oh, he posted the iceberg picture. Sorry, glacier. I don't know what you want from me. There could be millions of glaciers on this planet and I wouldn't know. As far as I know, that's the only one. I began pondering an inner and outer performance yesterday, down to the clothes a person dons themselves in. Every discourse of the human social life is intended for a reaction. The reaction yearned for, whether good or bad, doesn't matter. What matters is that whenever you meet someone, whenever you view... What he's saying there is when people are around each other, sometimes they get a little nervous. Einstein one time said that if you can't explain a feeling or a thought succinctly, then you don't really understand it. And to be honest, I don't even think Einstein said that, but sounds like a smart dude. In my opinion, you are your actions, and if you do bad things, you're a bad person. Like going online and comparing Oh, you're not prepared for this one. Okay, here's some pictures. That's icky, that's icky, that's icky, that's icky. Today I ate a fetus, a delicious, delicious baby. Hey, could you stop? Do you remember that book of photography that the Beckham baby has? Well, Cole Sprouse is kind of similar in that way. He really made it a part of his personality that he was a photographer. And a lot of people would ask him questions about being a photographer or compliment his photography. But let's take a look at some of the photography he's done. It's photography, it's pictures of shit. And don't say that it's because the picture's bad quality now. That is just a picture of a flower and there's a spider down here. That is... this one's cool. It's also not, like, these are just pictures of things. These are pictures of, like, do you know what I'm saying? So somebody saw these pictures and him calling himself a photographer and said, man, that guy's got a lot of privilege. And then he said, that's the same as a... Another masterpiece of photography with the caption, greatness is built with passion on a field of absence. But I could do his Tumblr for hours. Like, the depth of content that he has that is equally cringe, it's just unbelievable. But I think we've done our time here and we've earned our spot to go watch some cringy Riverdale clips.
Okay, enough of the melodrama, Betty.
He's not.
Betty. Shut the hell up, imposter.
So this is gonna be great. I love this. Oh, thank God. I think Blue is sus. I saw him vent.
Shut the hell up, imposter.
What? I only ever watched like the first half of season 1 of Riverdale. What the hell was that? When I watched, am I crazy or was it a thing where Jughead was like an asexual school journalist with social anxiety? But then later I was seeing stuff like he had love triangles, but I clearly remember an interview with Cole Sprouse where he was talking about how it's impactful that he's playing an asexual character. Or am I missing the thing and those relationships like weren't real and that was like a factor in it? Can you explain that to me? Or am I completely thinking of another role?
I want to challenge you to a race.
Hopefully it's not a critical race. We know he's gonna lose that one. All right, that's cheap.
What does it all mean?
That's what we're trying to figure out, Mrs. Cooper. The truth.
What's his whole,
The truth.
I think I sounded exactly like him. Are you kidding me?
Cooper.
But you know what? It's that time. Let's do it. Let's go watch the worst interview of all time. That can't possibly be hyperbole.
Young.
I mean, it started really as a means to put bread on the table, also allow my mother at the same time to be a mother, but to make her main focus and her job our careers.
Your mom's job wasn't your careers, Cole. Your mom's job was being a lounge singer at Mosby's Hotel. God, the bold-faced lies.
He was a real bully. And
Your brother's like, what the fuck? Thanks, Cole.
oh no, I say this all. Everyone knows that he's
And
a bully.
he's fine with it.
I don't know if he's fine with it. I think he's still got some stuff to work out.
I'm not gonna say the thing that I want to say, which is that he was homeschooled for a large portion of his upbringing. So the bullying might have looked like his brother punching him and then him going, ah! Then him looking in the mirror and going, it's okay, he doesn't mean it, he doesn't mean it. And him going, ah! And then him going, no, it's fine, it's fine. And then him going, I'm a weirdo, I don't fit in. And the smoking, he doesn't have the it factor to smoke inside. He doesn't have the je ne sais quoi. But really, I just wanted to take y'all back through that Tumblr thing. It was absurd. And I feel like nobody talks about it anymore, but now that he's getting more press with his cringe, I feel like we got chit chat about it. Anyways, if I gotta go Zach or Cody, I was always going Zach. And then once they grew up, I was Dylan all the way. Like the guy was just taking pictures of his dick while his twin brother was posting. I don't even know what you call what Cole Sprouse was posting. Soft boy, egotistical poetry, idiot, stupid shit. Anyways, this has been a message brought to you by Team Dylan Sprouse. But I love you very much. Please subscribe. Come on, church, sing with me. How great is our God, and all will sing how great is our God.